And welcome back to Wandering Through Wayne's World. With me is Fran DeToria and Don Youngclaws.
Yes.
From All
Heavenly Creatures Pet Crematory.
Pet Crematory. And you might think that that might be a silly business to be in. And why would anybody want to do that? We're going to find that out in a minute. But I will tell you this. Those of you who know me, remember when Nike, my dog, passed away? I lived in a condo. I had a 70-pound dog. What do? You don't dig a hole in the yard. And if your dog was with you like mine was for 18 years, it's part of the family. So I needed to find something to do, and pet cremation was the answer. And a little less than a year later, I had 2 cats that passed away in the same week. Okay, and I didn't want to just bury them. They're not like goldfish that you can flush down the toilet. So we deal with what we got to deal with. All right, Fran, why pet crematorium? How did you come up with that?
Well, I worked for a vet office, working in the kennels, and the doctor retired. I had to do something, so I opened up a pet crematory.
Okay, all right, so let's kind of talk about what it is. So you're in Port St. Lucie.
Right.
Okay, so you have a building.
Yes, we do. We have an oven on site.
Okay. Is it like a regular?
It's a human crematory oven.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, so is there any difference between a human crematorium and a pet crematorium?
Well, a pet crematory sometimes are smaller.
Okay.
So I like to have one bigger for the bigger animals.
Okay, so basically you're looking at a crematorium that could be used for humans, but you're not allowed to use them by law.
No, you can't do humans.
But it's big enough.
Oh yeah, you could put a human in there.
Okay. You have a chapel or something in it? Is it very similar?
No, we do a prayer though over them.
Okay. So, all right, so I have a small pet. Most people, when their pet passed, bring them in, Don?
Right, yeah. They'll bring them in. Sometimes we'll assist with home euthanasias. With a vet, we'll actually go to the person's home, assist with a home euthanasia, and then bring the pet back.
Okay, what happens? So that's good for that. But what happens if I have like a 200-pound dog?
Well,
okay, and it passes in my house. What do I do?
We can come to your home and assist. Pick up the pet and bring it back to our facility.
Okay, so my pet passes. Like you guys come, you pick up the pet. What's the time frame? I mean, from the day you pick it up?
About 48 hours.
Yeah, within 48 hours.
Okay.
We don't like to hold on to anything. No. We like to get it back to the owner as soon as possible.
So now here's an interesting thing. How do people, like, I'm just guessing because I really don't know your industry, but I would think that your biggest base would be vets.
Right.
Not the single people, because they really don't know.
Oh, word of mouth spreads.
We
are well known for home euthanasias, and they come to us at all times.
Okay. So when you talk about home euthanasia, you don't do it. It has to be done by
No, we have 2 doctors that...
Okay, so you're not allowed... I guess you have to be a doctor.
No, you have to
be a doctor.
You can't have the controlled substance. You have to be a doctor to drive with the controlled substance.
And administer it.
Right.
Administer it. All right, so... You're in Port St. Lucie. What happens if I live in, I don't know, Delray?
We would still come down and pick up your pet. There'd be probably a pickup fee associated with the distance.
Today with gas.
Yeah. Locally, Port St. Lucie, Martin County,
Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce. We don't charge any pickup fee.
All right. So you come. Here's what's my thing. My dog was with me 18 years. He passes. He wasn't in any pain, and I knew he was going to pass. And I had called and prepared for this to happen.
Right.
It's very common. We get calls all the time from people that have pets that are
on
their way out, and they make arrangements. Yeah.
So, if I call you, you come the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if your pet passes, we'll come that day. If it's at all physically possible.
And we'll do euthanasias right away, too, within our calls.
Really?
Yeah. We have great doctors that work with us.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. So people, you call you go to the house, you pick up the pet, it's euthanized in the house if it's in pain and it needs to be euthanized. What about bringing them in? I mean, I know that I had the cats, and they were easy to put in a box and bring in. Unlike human cremation, I mean, do people? I know this might sound a stupid question, but you guys out there are just kind of like me. We don't know. Do they buy like a casket?
Usually not. To us, I mean, if you were going to bury your pet, people buy caskets and bury their pet in their caskets, but they don't come to us with a casket to burn.
Okay, so now you cremate my pet.
Well, first what we'll do is we'll actually take a paw print in clay.
Oh, okay.
And we give you a nice paw print and with the pet's name in it and the paw print in clay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we do the cremation after that.
All right. So do I get like a Ziploc bag with my?
No, it comes in a nice Tree of Life wooden urn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're really nice. Everybody loves them because it's like.
Depending on the size of the dog, is the time involved with the cremation. A small, skinny dog will take a little less time than a large dog, but usually it takes about 2 hours for a large animal.
I'll tell you something interesting. My dog had surgery and had a little rod put in his leg, and you're always worried that people in the industry, what do you? I mean, you're cremating, but do you really know? But when I got the ashes back, the rod was in there because the metal doesn't. I mean, my burner doesn't get destroyed.
No.
So, is it a special license that you need to have a crematorium?
Well, you just have to pay your permits, but to operate the oven, you have to be certified, and I am. I'm certified in pet cremation and human cremation, and so is he.
How come you went pet and not human?
I work with the animals. I like doing, I actually like doing humans, but it's more fun.
It's just, it's funny because on both cases, it's really sad for the survivors, of course.
Yeah. Exactly.
Human cremation seems to be like, for some people, it's very difficult. But for some people, their pets are their family.
Oh, yeah.
It is family.
Yeah, and they stay and watch, and we'll do the prayer.
Really?
Yeah. I actually, we had our first dog with a pacemaker in it.
Oh, wow. Holy mackerel.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's like... Okay, so you decided to go the pet cremation route. Probably less pet cremators than human. So off kind of the topic for a second, since you're certified to do human cremation, how long does it take to do a human cremation?
Well, it's just like a pet. I mean, it all goes by body weight. If you're skinny, the oven's going to do all the work. It's going to take longer. But if you got a little meat on you, it's going to go quick. Temps go up, and it's a quicker burn.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on body fat burns. And
wow.
That's how the oven works. It goes by body. That will make your temps. So you kind of hope for a fatty.
It's funny because it's such...
It's the truth, though. I mean,
it's a depressing thing, but someone's got to do it.
Yep.
And you got to, in order to do any job, in my eyes, you got to love your job.
Yep.
And you might think it's a sad job, but it's got to be done.
Exactly.
And you might as well do it with someone who loves what they do, so that you know that you're getting love and care.
Loves what you do isn't exactly it for me. I don't love handling dead animals and burning them, but I do like helping people.
And we do.
I do like
a lot
helping people.
Yeah.
You know, and it does bring a lot of relief to people.
And there's a lot of people that can't even afford a cremation that we do them and send them on their way.
Yeah, we'll
there's been quite a few we do for because it's not about the dollar.
And that's what I was trying to say. Somebody's got to do it. And you might as well have it done by people who love what they do. And it's not that you love dealing with dead animals, but you love the fact that you're able
We're
to
always
help
helping the people.
And that's always a blessing. We live in a retirement area, a lot of retirees who buy their pets, and the pets a lot of times outlive the owners.
Exactly.
But, for me, it was, what do you do with a big dog? You have to have an answer. So we're running out of time, but these are the questions I have to ask you.
No problem.
All right. What other animals do you cremate? Because we always spoke about dogs and cats.
We do horses. We do goats. We've done
a sheep.
Yes, we've done big snakes all coiled up, and
lizards,
all those
birds,
little creature features.
Bunnies.
It's just interesting because
I don't
You
like
were smart enough when you decided to do your crematorium to get one big enough to do humans because you couldn't do a horse in a regular pet
Oh,
crematorium.
no. But we do the head, the legs, and the heart.
That's usually all that people have cremated with a horse.
Really?
The head, the heart, and the legs.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, see, I wouldn't know that. What's like, does anybody ever do like a turtle?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Goldfish. They
Really?
come with the
There's
ice
nothing
cube
left
tray.
with the goldfish, but we've had them.
That shouldn't take long at all.
There's a little
A
bit of
beta
dust.
fish head.
Really? Oh my
Yes.
God! It's amazing how people, well, how we get attached to certain animals.
Yeah.
Possums. I have a lady down Fort Lauderdale. She just brings possums, roadkill.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess it's a clean way to get rid of a possum.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the goldfish was someone's family, I guess.
I
Yeah.
did tricks too.
Did it?
That's what she told me.
Obviously not when you got it.
No, no.
When you got
No,
it.
they've
Trick
come
days
with
are
their
over.
ice cube tray with little pieces of paper in with the names in them.
Oh my God, that's
What are you
amazing.
gonna do?
No, you're gonna do what you got to do. That's your job, and
Yeah.
I guess it's a little less expensive to do a goldfish.
Just-
Oh, yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, it's like I got a match. I use it. You know, it's, and I know that you guys think maybe
Feeder
it's kinda
mice.
Really?
And then they want a hair clipping. That's real hard.
Really?
Yeah.
They want to hear clipping as a memory?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, off a mouse.
Oh my God.
It's very
It's
hard.
very common for people to want hair clippings off their dog or cat,
Yeah.
but it's kind of hard on a mouse.
That is